All players would love to play this gacha game continuously because it has a great graphic and a fair gacha rate to play. Gacha RPG have been developed into many game genres like Gacha Turn-based RPG, Gacha Action RPG, and Gacha Idol RPG. Please help this video get 100 likes, thanks. Top 12 Best Gacha Games really worth playing for Android iOS. You can support this channel and send us a special thanks. Girls Wars. Girls Wars. This is the best new gacha RPG game on Android iOS. This game has a pretty good art style. I really love how the visual color is full of brightness and so colorful. All of the characters' customization is pretty wild, with a good looking female characters in anime style. I would love to keep playing these best RPG gacha games because of the skill showcase shown pretty detailed with anime style cutscenes. When we start this RPG game, we will gain 4 free characters with a high grade tier which are SR characters. We can easily kill all of the enemy with those characters and wipe out so many chapters at once. The combat battle is RPG turn-based game system. We can speed up the gameplay twice faster and do an auto skill. Upgrading your character's equipment is one of the most important things you must do eventually. Girl Wars is the best high-graphic RPG gacha games on Android and iOS. Lost Realm Chrono Rift. Lost Realm Chrono Rift. This is a new gacha RPG game on mobile, and you guys can pre-register on Play Store right now. The developer has revealed the gameplay trailer and features even only less than 30 seconds, but it's pretty enough to see the whole gameplay. Lost Realm Chrono Rift has a similarity visual with Hades game, but the difference is it has an auto gameplay, and in combat, we need some energy to unleash the ultimate skill. There are more than 100 heroes we can summon and collect through gacha and build up the best team by focusing on artifact collection and equip it on the right characters. Most of the heroes will have the mythology base with their own unique strength and power. Challenge the boss with a higher power and grab a lot of rewards after. The best new gacha RPG games for Android iOS. Cat Fantasy. Cat Fantasy. Finally, this best gacha RPG game confirmed will have an English version and should be released on global really soon. Such a unique story-based game about a cat. Just imagine how the developer makes a cat theme become a great RPG on mobile. Really interesting at all. Unfortunately, we can skip everything. In fact, I hope the developer forces us to read the storyline and don't let the player skip the dialogue to make sure we know the whole storyline. The gameplay of Cat Fantasy is purely a turn-based RPG gacha game, so we must do a great combination between same card to make a higher grade card. Then your skill will unleash with more powerful damage. It needs quite a large free space to play, but for me it's really worth playing. Especially the gacha rate is pretty easy to obtain some SR character, even if you draw it once in 10 times. The best RPG gacha Android iOS games. Aethergazer Global. Aethergazer Global, one of the best action RPGs with very high ratings on gacha. I got the best banner with SSR characters by using a less diamond to redraw. I'm pretty sure you all will easily fall in love with the gameplay. It's full of fast action combat with the beauty of the skill. Actually, the skill showcase is not really overshown and not really flashy, just like the PC quality action game. Sometimes in this era, we need the hack and slash game that really focuses on the combat gameplay rather than the flashy skill. Even though we can get so many characters, but we cannot switch the character between them in game. We only able to upgrade their status and equipment before start the combat. There are tons of different stages we can pick to play to obtain various materials. If you love to play no auto action RPG gacha games, then try this, I guarantee about it. Astertataricus. Astertataricus. This is the best gacha game with tactical strategy gameplay. So far, I would declare it will become a high competitor of Fire Emblem series. They make the same concept as FE. When we are at the world map, we will play as 2D pixel art style, but then, when we come into the combat, our hero turns into a 3D model. Seriously, they make a great graphic enhancement with a console quality graphic. the combat battle of Astertataricus is, we can clearly see the prediction before we start the combat by seeing the percentage of our hit rate and critical rate. Each character only has two actions, which are basic attack and ultimate skill. Every character can do a counter each time we are attacked. When I try to summon and get the silver card, but suddenly it turns into a gold card, which make a surprise gacha. Such a nice idea actually. We can explore the world when we are at a certain spot, like in the academy or in a garden. Best gacha game RPG for Android iOS. Stand Legends. Stand Legends. I don't know exactly about this anime-based game, but when our character do an ultimate skill, suddenly we will get a short cutscenes of the actual anime movies. It seems this best gacha game was made by an anime movie. If you know the actual title movie, please write in the comments. Honestly, the UI mechanisms pretty much looks like another cheap gacha game, like One Piece Gacha RPG, Dragon Ball Gacha RPG, which are those games that have funnies from the Play Store. So, my suggestion is please don't top up, just wait and see, because the number of the server keep improving significantly in a short period of time. But I really love the graphic of this game. Simple, fast combat even if you make it into a normal speed, but it's enough for us to speed up the game. Please note, the more you are strengthening your card, it will greatly increase your character's power as well. Best RPG gacha games for Android iOS. Summoner Raid. Summoner Raid War Legend RPG. This is the best not anime gacha game with a western style character design. It has a team-based RPG system. Keep on collecting by summoning the mighty heroes. If you think your team is strong enough, then try to defeat the powerful bosses. Using the right element advantage will boost in your winning chance higher. In combat, skill will need some mana to consume before being able to unleash it. Each stage will have 3 rounds to keep surviving with your best strategy then. Make yourself easier by touching the autoplay and speed up the game. Pick your best 5 heroes in multiplayer PvP combat mode and earn a huge reward on the top leaderboard. The best gacha Android game. Wsia Online. Wsia Online. Idol. Seriously, you must play this game now, because the developer will give you a SSR characters for free when you reach a certain level. Then this SSR character is too overpowered when you start the game. It makes it pretty easy to clear the whole enemy with a single ultimate skill because it has an area of effect. Overall, this is the best gacha RPG games with a Chinese theme. The building, decoration, the ambience, the character design, and the music is purely Chinese theme. We can simply enjoy the game while doing other activities by pressing the auto button, but we need to click the dungeon to continue the quest, so it's not idle at all. Sometimes we'll get an assist character to help us in clearing the difficult level. As a free player, I would suggest this game, but you will get harder and harder while you get into a higher level. Fight of the Ages. Fight of the Ages Idol RPG. I think not many people know this game exists on Play Store. It is because this game is in early access beta, so you won't able to play it if you don't have any access. But let me tell you that the gameplay is quite repetitive and overall movement is rigid. But it's okay because this game only needs a 483MB size, which is a pretty small size for a gacha game. I don't know exactly how the gacha rate is, but I would like to inform you that this game is pretty good for low-end devices. The whole story is we will become a god side against the monster side. Battle of SBG. Battle of SBG. Look at this, I got 2 SSR characters on my team lineup. Such a fair gacha game rate. I can easily pass through the whole prologue with my hero. The one thing I really love playing this gacha game is I can compete and know how strong my team combat power by joining the PvP. The PvP is really balanced on matchmaking that based on the combat power. Unfortunately, in combat we cannot do anything at all. Every movement and action will be done by itself. The one thing we should do is strengthen your characters by upgrading their level, status, equipment and skill. Then we can relax and leave the game. The combat skill is too flashy at all. All of the skill aura has a big size. It makes those skills look so much powerful. Nowadays, it is very difficult to find a game with a male characters, and this game has both gender, male and female. Even on a certain level, it makes us frustrated because of how powerful the enemy is, but overall is made by a solid features and graphic. Best Gacha Android RPG games for mobile. Sword Chronicles Awaken. Sword Chronicles Awaken. The graphic is one of the most interesting gacha games on mobile. It's a great combination between anime design and high graphic visual. I have more than 2 SSR characters and got a lot of SR characters. Even the total day I play is about 3 days. Probably the developer is giving the player a high rate of gacha. We can create a powerful characters by forging his equipment. The stronger equipment you have, it will grant your combat power further. Sword Chronicles Awaken has released on global and Europe, but you can feel the Chinese RPG theme. I noticed the characters' designs look like a king from a Chinese dynasty. The gameplay of this best gacha RPG is we cannot control our heroes at all. Every hero will unleash their ultimate skill randomly. The only characters we can control is the main characters. He can unleash many kinds of AoE skill. Tales of Yokai. Tales of Yokai. Finally, I put a portrait of gacha games on this list because it is really worth it to play. The game suddenly gives a newbie player a free 600 draw. That number is insane. So far, it has a great graphic and smooth gameplay. The UI is pretty clear, makes me comfortable for the eyes while playing. This game is truly magnificent and addictive and really user-friendly. The combat battle allows the player to play a consecutive battle, which really helps us enjoy the games. I didn't find any interesting storyline. It's full of auto gameplay, so it's up to you to play the game with a repetitive battle or looking for the game with a story base. But I really love these vertical gacha games actually.